Okay, so I'm getting real close. I've got just a couple small areas here yet that are low. And you can see these spots, that's where everything was crinkled. But I'm starting to touch right in here. You can see my sanding marks. So to finish this, I'm going to use a powered planishing hammer. We'll just take a dolly on the back side and lay that planishing hammer on this way, and then I'll move that dolly back and forth underneath that planishing hammer and try to raise anything that's low yet. I'll show you how that works. So you want to make sure that you wear ear protection, and I like to wear a mask as well, just because as you're working that, you're really kind of sanding some of the primer as well. So I always wear a dust mask when I'm doing it. Eye and ear protection and a dust mask. I'll lay that in like that and kind of center it right on this. So that's working basically just like a slapper. And you put your dolly on the back side and you're slapping. There's an air control on the side. The only thing I don't like about it is I keep turning that down because of where it's at. Okay, so that should give you an idea how well that works. You can see it's really, this quarter panel is really getting pretty close. I've got a low spot right here, and I'm probably going to take a hammer and dolly to this yet, or dolly and dolly on this area, and same with right up in here. I got just a little low spot over here, and you can see that thing's laying pretty flat. It's a little low spot right there, or that could be just a tad high right here. I think there was a crease right there, so that's just the tad high. What I'll do is I'll take that shrinking disc on here, try to shrink that a little bit, and then bump this out. So I'm going to keep working on this a little bit here, and I'm just about done with it. Okay, so I've been plugging away at this, and I've got this all feeling really good here, but I got a little bit of a pucker right in this area. The metal was stretched, and you can see it's really scarred up pretty bad too. I'm not going to be able to take those scars out. I'll be taking too much metal out, but I've tried to get this pucker down. I used my shrinking disc on this, and I got it down a little bit. Right in here is nice, but I still got this area right here. And so I believe it's just pushed the metal together here and puckered it up. So I just cut the back edge right here from this point to this point. just cut through that, and I think that's going to relieve the pressure, and I can pull this out. Before, when I put a straight edge on here, it would come across to about right here, and then it was gapped 3/8 of an inch in this center, and when I put my end cap on, there was a gap in there as well. So I'll pull that out and hammer and dolly get this pucker out, and then I will re-weld that, or weld that corner back on there. So okay, so I've got this done, and that lays flat, and you can see how wide this has become right here. That's a good 3/16 spacing there. And so what I did is I took my stud puller and I heated up some spots here and cooled it. That usually works pretty good. You stick it on there, pull the trigger for half a second or so, and it'll get you a red spot, and cool it off with water right away, and that will shrink that up. So I hit a few spots right here because this was really high. There was a crease in there. All that metal had been pushed, and then once I straightened it out, it was stretched, and so I couldn't get it to, I had a bubble right here. So I've got the bubble out, and I got something here. So the bubble's out now. You can see that lays really nice now. Before, I had a good 3/8 of an inch right here. It was sticking up. So that quarter panel is nice and straight now. So it's got some battle scars in it. All these scratches and gouges and stuff from the previous guy. When he bondoed it, he really marked it up pretty heavy. So you can see them up in here as well. And then these spots where I heated it up, but that'll all, I have to weld this in yet, and I'll put a piece of metal in here. So actually what I'll do is I'll use a piece of rod, welding rod, and you can see that will fill that gap, and I'll just weld that up on the end, and I'll get my end cap, make sure as I work it here, I'll make sure my end cap fits pretty good, and bump it in and out or whatever. You can see right here where there's still some epoxy down there. That was crinkled over pretty bad. I've got that pretty good right now. So once I weld this, epoxy it, skim coat it, just cover up all these little divots here. This quarter panel is going to be nice and straight. It was worth saving. A lot of work to it, but it's an original 1969 quarter panel that was put on a Boss 429. So I've got to finish this up yet. That won't take too long to do. And okay, so I'm done with this quarter panel, and I'm pretty happy with it. Turned out good. Just some battle scars here yet that are somewhat deep, and I'll have to skim coat that, but I'm going to epoxy it first. You can see this thing is flat now. Turned out really very nice. Little ripple there I couldn't get out. Now it's time to weld this inner fender well back in, the outer piece here that I cut out to access it. I'll get that welded in, fit this up a little bit better here. It's loose on there right now, but did it just to get this margin here. So okay, start welding underneath.